Welcome back to Killarney for Astron Energy Polo Cup action.
We've got a fantastic new partner on board. Astron Energy have joined us as the naming rights partner. So really great to have a fuel brand back in motorsport. Got a Masters class back, very strongly supported. So they'll have their own start. I think it's going to provide great entertainment for the spectators and the fans.
It's fantastic to see the new changes to the Astron Energy Polo Cup for 2024. Dunlop have stayed on board, Astron have joined us, and all the usual contenders are back out there once again. Without the champion, Charles Visser has moved on to the Super Cup. He'll be participating later on, but his brother has joined the party, so watch out for Kyle Visser in that machine for Volkswagen Motorsport. Team Red have got a massive input, and you can see Tyler Robinson already starting to look for the front end along with her new teammate Charles Smallberger, who makes a welcome return to Polo Cup action. Tyler getting up into the top 6 along with Nathan Victor. They'll be looking to try and now sort out Super Pole. Charles Smallberger making his way out into the circuit. First car on track to try and get to the front end if he can. He'll be pushed hard by his stablemate Jason Loosemore, also looking for a top finish. And look out for Mo Karodia up in that top 6 as well. Eventually wrapping things up there in the Super Pole. And Nathan Victor taking that incredible pole position. That's the way to do it. The Cape Town man on the front row.
That's crazy. He's driving so well, and for him to be on my home track is next level. I'm excited for a tough year of racing.
In the Masters category, it had to be a Master on the front row. Well done, Wayne Masters.
After putting 4 new rubber on for qualifying, the car was great, thanks to the team. And we got the pole.
A couple of serious contenders in the Masters category that moved over from Paybar Volkswagen Challenge that have boosted this field of Astron Energy Polo Cup, and it's going to be interesting to see how they get in the mix with the youngsters up front, even though they've got a separate start. But it's time to go racing. Jason Loosemore and Nathan Victor. Nathan Victor on pole. They were split by 0.94 of a second in their Super Pole times yesterday, and now it's time to get down towards turn 1. Looks like a slightly better start there from Victor as they head towards turn 1, but around the outside goes Loosemore. It's 2x2 as they go into turn 1 for the first time. Holes is always a difficult one to get right, especially on some cold tyres. The Masters get away nicely as well. It is Wayne Masters who leads out down towards turn number 1. We got on board here with the Alpha S car of Luigi Ferro. Slightly back in the field, getting used to the new car, but certainly not worried about where he's going to finish up in his first one. He's already up to 4th place. Diving up the inside. Great move there. That's Kutsia. Ethan Kutsia just trying to find his way through up into that top 10 if he can. It is Nathan Victor who leads out. Loosemore's right on his tail. Mo Karodia under pressure from Charles Smallberger as they go into turn 2. Just in the background, pick up on the Masters. The OMP car comes through there. That is Wayne Masters leading things out at this stage as they head down towards turn number 3 for the first time. Down into Damstip. Big dive on the inside coming out of Johan Goos and John Kruger as well. John Kruger finding some serious pace. Didn't quite have it in the qualifying and also was found to be just slightly overweight. So that's why he had to start at the back of the field. So he's got some work to do and he's already doing that. Smallberger finds his way through there. Ferro giving us great onboard material there. Great stuff there, Luigi. Thanks for that, buddy. Now as they go into turn number 5, this is the front end of the field. And Polo Cup heating up big time. And Tyler Robinson trying to find a way through there. Fantastic effort from her teammate as well. Keep an eye out on the maneuvers there coming from both Tyler Robinson as well as Jean-Andre Marais. We're on board here with Loosemore. He's in second. He needs to get ahead of the local man. But Nathan Victor's making it very difficult for him. Jason Loosemore, absolutely nothing in it between him and the Summit Racing car out front. Team Red versus Summit Racing. And a little wide there from Victor. But he knows this Cape Town circuit well, so he knows he's got a little bit of runoff to play with there. We're on board now with Victor. Look at this. This is a great onboard shot here, just on the left-hand shoulder of the driver as he turns into turn 2. As they come out of turn 2 now, Victor maintains that lead, only just. We've got a spinner, Roshan Goodman. Oh, what a pity. Roshan was having such a great outing so far in the Mzansi Motorsport machine and Team Red Racing car, but unfortunately it's all gone wrong at turn 2. Turned around and back on track. His teammate, though, Tyler Robinson, still in the mix. Fighting with Dean Fenter by the looks of things, just ahead of her there. So this is going to be an interesting little turnaround of events if Tyler can try and find a way. Look at that, 178, 180, 185. Is it 190? She gets to 195 before she climbs on the anchors. That is top speed in a Polo Cup GTI down towards turn 5. That is amazing stuff. Tyler running the old colours that Charles Visser ran last year. That bright yellow livery with the lipstick and the wing mirrors. Oh, Kyle Army exhaust man out of the race. And another spinner. It's Tyler. Oh, there's action at every single corner. Tyler Robinson being helped out slightly there, I think. Just a little tag between her and one of her compatriots there. Let's have a look at it from her point of view as they come down onto the brakes. She runs up the inside. No, it's all on her own. I thought they might have been helped out. She just went in there a little bit too hot, and the young lady unfortunately spoils her weekend in a big way there. She was top 6 all weekend long until then. And we saw, of course, down at Cape Town corner, Nirav Singh in the Kyalami exhausts Polo also getting it all wrong. So a couple of guys and girls not quite getting to grips with things. Speaking of getting to grips, wow, there was not much grip there for Elna Cruiser in the Masters category. She's trying to get up into the top 3. Just outside of that top 3 at the moment is the lady driver from Paybar Volkswagen Challenge. And here we go, onto the brakes, down into turn 5, picking up on that Alpha S machine of Masters. Masters looking for a victory, but John Kruger is putting massive amounts of pressure onto the back end of him. John Kruger trying to live up to the family name here in Cape Town. Of course, Robin and his son Jeff have both won Polo Cup races down here in Cape Town. He'd love to try and win his first outing. Look at that, little push to pass. Can he find a way past on the Alpha S car of Masters? He might be able to do that. There's a couple of laps left, so John Kruger is applying huge pressure onto Masters. Still yellow flags down into turn 1, so no overtaking there. That's due to Tyler Robinson's car stricken in the kiddie litter. But they seem to have just decided to run the race with that car in place there with double yellows. Now as they come under braking for turn number 2, it's the Masters class that's starting to heat up. This is a good little battle here, and great to see it raging big time between the Masters category. Mike Barbaglia and Elna Cruz are fighting hard. And then you've got Victor versus Loosemore at the front end. Can Jay find a way past? Jason Loosemore trying to get into that slipstream. Has he got to push the pass left to try and find a way through here on the local man, or is Nathan Victor going to take the first blood of 2024? This is so close. They are so close, these two. They haven't given any inch at all between themselves the entire race. And the Team Red Racing man is looking for a way past on that Summit Racing car of Nathan Victor. Victor hanging on for dear life, only just by, what is that, a bumper width, I think, between the two cars. Lots of support on the sideline for the two of them. They put on a fantastic show. And as they head down across the line, this is where there's an opportunity, but just not enough time there for Jason Loosemore. He comes through for second place. Mo Karodia will get third. He was in a fantastic battle as well there with Carl Fisser in his first outing. And here comes John Kruger. Can he find a way now on the drag race to the line with Wayne Masters? Has he got to push to pass left? If he does, he might be able to squeeze past. They go side by side, and as they head across the line, is it going to be Masters or is it going to be Kruger? It's going to be Kruger. Can you believe it? With that extra push to pass on the last lap, he gets past and finds his way past Wayne Masters. What an epic finish to the first Astron Energy Polo Cup of 2024. Official results there: Nathan Victor, Loosemore, Karodia, Fisser, Kutsia and Jean-Andre Marais beating out Hannes Skippers, makes his way up to the top 7, and John Kruger wins out the Masters in 8th place. Elna Cruiser beats out Mark Barbaglia, with Johan de Goos and Roshan Goodman eventually finding his way back onto the circuit in 14th overall. The happiest man out there, first time victor, Nathan Victor.
Feels great. First Polo Cup win, national win. I'm super stoked. Hopefully can do it in race 2 again as well.
And time to perfection in the Masters category, John Kruger taking the victory.
I passed 1 for 1 and made sure that I kept one push to pass for the last lap. And when I got behind Wayne, I sort of used his slipstream to get close enough until the last corner, and that one push to pass I had left, I used, which he never had. And he helped me to get him to the line.
Quick little check there for the COC and our man Prof with the data to make sure everything's right. Dr. Hannes Skippers will definitely looking to try and make his way slightly further up than where he finished up in 8th place. And it looks like a little bit of work to be done. I'm not quite sure if they're going to get Tyler Robinson's car back on track, despite the efforts there from Team Red Racing. It's time to go racing though, so let's do that. On board Summit Racing's Race 1 winner Nathan Victor. Can he make it the double here today at his home circuit? He gets a great start off the line in the Astron Energy Volkswagen Polo Cup race number 2, heading towards holes for the first time as well. As he heads there, you can see he's just trying to squeeze Jason Loosemore out on his outside. Loosemore trying to come through the field as rapidly as possible to try and find that outside line. It becomes the inside line for turn 2, and it looks like he's timed it to perfection. Yes, he has. That is exactly where you want to be on lap 1 into turn 2 at the lead of the race, with Nathan Victor trying to find a way through. And he gets the little tag from Smallberger. The Sabertech car trying to squeeze through there, and he just gets caught out. In the Masters category, it looks like Elna Cruiser got caught out, stalled on the line. So the Masters head down towards turn 1. We're back on board with Luigi Ferro in the second of the Alpha S cars, heading towards holes. And is it his teammate? No, it's not. It's John Kruger who's got the whole shot. Wayne Masters is second. Just behind there, Mark Barbaglia. Let's have a look at Nathan Victor's point of view of that incident heading into turn number 2. There's Smallberg up his inside. Smallberg has got the line. He goes inside. Nathan turns in, and just clips Smallberger. Smallberger goes flying off the circuit and onto the grass. I think he might have got going again. We'll have to wait and see, but he's going to be a long way back. It's Loosemore versus Victor. Mo Kurodia there for Lee Thompson Racing and Fast 5 Motorsport. He's up into third place and already under a bit of pressure there from Ethan Goodsir, his ex-teammate, as they come to complete the first lap in anger. What a good start here from Jason Loosemore. Exactly what he wanted to do. This time he could not afford to be behind Nathan Victor for the entire race. It would have been costly. So he's managed to get ahead and tries to pull away ever so slightly now in the first couple of laps due to the fact that there's some pressure being applied there from Mo Kurodia's point of view. Great start once again from the Volkswagen Motorsport man there, Kyle Visser, doing almost exactly what his brother did, getting up into that top 5 almost instantaneously after climbing into a Polo GTR for the very first time only a couple of weekends ago. He's under a bit of pressure though. It's coming from Jean-Andre Marais. Dr. Hannes Skip is behind him, and then Roshan Goodman. As we watch Smallberger, that's Derek Smallberger, having a bit of a fight there with Wayne Masters. So he's up in the second. You've got 2 Team Red cars leading things out there. The Hebert and Team Red machine of John Kruger with a bit of a gap over that OMP machine. And you can see just a little bit of pressure there being applied now by that Alpha S car of Masters around the outside of Derek Smallberger. Derek Smallberger, the Big Mac daddy there, and of course the Big Mac of the Smallberger family, fighting hard here with the Big Master and the Masters family as they head down towards turn 3. Damn difficult in a Polo. And you can see just how difficult it would be if we stayed on board. Look at this. It is so close at the front end here between those first 6 cars. The first car's got slightly away. Loosemore opening up a small margin, but Victor defending for his life. And by doing that, he's actually slowed himself up. The concertina effect is in effect here big time, as you see Kurodia slowly but surely closing onto the bumper here of Victor. Late braking from Nathan Victor has definitely brought him closer to Jason Loosemore coming out of that bank corner at turn 5. And now on to 4th gear as they head onto that main straightaway. Back to the Masters with Wayne Masters diving on the inside of Smallberger. Can he make it stick? He's going to force him high and wide out of that bank corner. He's up in a second. You can see in the rearview mirror there the OMP and Team Red car. Someone's off again. Is that Nirav Singh? It looks like it might be the Kyle Army exhaust car that's gone off. Again, it is the second time. Yes, baptism of fire there for the man from Kyle Army exhaust. Unfortunately, not getting it all according to plan, but he'll definitely get to grips with Polo Cup. It's not an easy category to get to grips with, that is for sure. Safety car has been deployed, so that's due to the fact that Nirav is in a dangerous position, and they need to extract that car from the kiddie litter. It's dug down deep, so could be a couple of laps under safety car here. Victor will wait for that safety car to pull into the pit lane. Loosemore will lead them across the line. And remember, with the restart, it's line astern. They don't come back into formation. They go into line astern. Has the Astron Energy Polo pulled off? Yes, it has. So it's Loosemore trying to hang on now. Look at him playing the waiting game. He drops the hammer. Victor goes with him. So Loosemore and Victor getting the drop over the rest of the field. Have they been able to get away from that third place car of Mo Kurodia? We'll wait and see as we go off this onboard shot. But what a great onboard shot. I love this over the shoulder shot, watching the driver work in the cockpit. As they come down into Holshoek, it's the Cape Town man in second, looking for a way through there on Jason Loosemore. But Loosemore has placed his car perfectly so far to avoid anybody getting past him. And he's got a little bit of a margin there over Nathan Victor. Kurodia still in third. Kutsia is fourth. Fifth place is Visser. Visser under pressure there from Jean-Andre Marais. The man from PE having a fantastic run there for Team Red. Diving through in the background. Watch out for Charles Smallberger making up some ground now from the back of the field. Nirav is back on track. So they've allowed him to circulate and start at the back of the pack as well from the Polo Cup side of things. So good to see that Kyle Army exhaust car back onto circuit. And then you've got Berthold in there as well. Bjorn Berthold. Didn't mention him much in the first one, but he's certainly fighting hard at the back there with Nirav Singh and with the likes of Charles Smallberger. John Kruger looks like he might be leading things out at this stage and continuing to lead things out in the Masters class just in the background as we watch the Polo Cup head down towards turn 5. Watch out for Visser. Visser's in that slipstream. Speaking of slipstream, perfectly done here from Nathan Victor into turn 5. He sneaks up the inside and onto the bank corner, up into the lead. So the Summit Racing man hits the front. Jason Loosemore, we're thinking, hang on a second. How did that happen? I should never have left that door open. Now they dive, and it's a drag race to the line. Is it going to be Loosemore? Is it going to be Victor? They are literally side by side across the line, and as they... Whoa! Look at that! It is so close between the two of them. They are literally wing mirror to wing mirror, touching into turn number 1. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. Welcome to Polo Cup, Astron Energy. This is what you paid your money for. This is the type of action we've seen all through the 28 years of racing in Polo Cup. And Nathan Victor continues on his way at the front end, only just ahead of Jason Loosemore. Loosemore will be looking for an inside line here into turn 2, but Victor closes the door. Loosemore's going to try and find something else out there on the circuit. Maybe set things up out of 3 and 4 and through that famous sorrel sweep to get the drag race and the slipstream that's required down that back straightaway to get past Nathan Victor. Victor will be well aware of the intentions there of Loosemore and will try and avoid anything that gets thrown at him from Jason Loosemore's point of view. Could see us trying to do the same thing. He's all over the back of Mokarodia. This is that famous sweep. Double right-hander. Malmesbury, as it used to be known, sorrel sweep now as they go through there, and in sorrel sweep it is a Cape Town man who leads things out again. 5th gear, and here we go. Everything she's got down into turn 5. We saw on board from Tyler Robinson just over the 190 km an hour mark before they climb on the anchors and around the outside from Loosemore. Can he hang on to that outside line? Oh, that'll be amazing stuff. Watch for the cutback. He's gone on the inside. It's a late apex he's gone for. And now they are literally wing mirror to wing mirror again. This has been like this for 2 laps now, ladies and gents. This is what it's all about in Polo Cup. Is Loosemore going to be able to keep it all together? It is absolutely perfectly done. Jason Loosemore across the line by 0.50 of a second. Can you believe that? 0.05 of a second between those two cars as they cross the line. Loosemore wins out over Victor. Masters, back to the Masters. Wayne Masters still behind John Kruger. Kruger for the double. Wayne Masters for a double 2nd place. And what a great start there to the Masters Championship for Astron Energy Polo Cup as well. Brilliant race action as always in the Astron Volkswagen Polo Cup. Let's have a look at the results there. Jason Loosemore winning out. Look at how close it was. Actually even closer. 0.19 of a second there between himself and Nathan Victor for the victory. Karodia in 3rd place and John Kruger taking the win in the Masters class once again over Wayne Masters and Derek Smallberger in the Sabertech and Team Red car. And in race 2, it's another first-time winner, Jason Loosemore, who takes the victory.
Very happy, first win, race win and first overall win, and just super chuffed. I want to say thank you to Universal for it's been like 6 weeks of testing and back and forth, so the hard work has been just going on day in, day out, so we can be very proud.
2nd place at a very windy Killarney, Wayne Masters in the Masters category.
The car is a little bit tricky to drive. Learned about how the wind affects the car in the races compared to yesterday. The car was different today. You couldn't stop in turn 1 and dams was difficult, but you could brake really late into Cape Town corner. What's nice about the Masters that they're a little bit more gentle on each other, so we don't end up with battered cars at the end of the day. We brought them home in one piece.
Up next, Investchem Formula 1600s with a whole bunch of rookies to answer some questions.